Hi guys, Adrian the Porsche lover. So if you're a car guy in Malaysia, you know that a couple of days ago, there was a huge news where a blue Skyline actually smashed in the tree an hour after the car was sold. So today I'd like to deep dive and see what has actually happened from a technical perspective point of view as to why the car crashed into the tree. So some disclaimers, I'm not here to bash the driver, which allegedly was a broker or runner for the car itself, but to see from a technical point of view as to why this happened. So let's start off, okay? Alright, so if you see the posting itself, you will see that it's actually a Nissan Skyline GTT, which is converted to the R34. So the previous owner actually did a lot of stuff. You can see he put in the RB26 DTT, he put in the gearbox, the piping, exhaust piping, the body kit for GT-R34, the brake disc, and the whole works. You can see. So it means this previous owner actually spent a lot of money, time, love, TLC, and effort to convert this GT2 to R34. So of course some people might say that is not really a good thing. So again, I'm not here to bash it again. So let's deep dive to why this happened. So you can see the next post where the owner, the original owner, was very happy that he sold the car. Then subsequently, the next picture will be the car in the tree with some people around it. So you can see that the person who commented on this say that is Malay. He will say that if you're not used to driving rear-wheel drive high boost cars carefully, you must at least have a basic advanced driving knowledge. Okay, so he says that after 1 hour of transferring the name, he crashes in the tree, and of course he made the new owner very difficult. Alright, so this is the posting online. The first possibility that came to mind was the tires themselves. So you can see from the picture that in the car crash, the rims are actually silver in color. But the previous picture, when the customer sold the car, it was actually black in color. So the rims might have been swapped out, and that actually triggered my mind saying that maybe the tires also were swapped out. So why the tires, you might say? So the tires, even though it might look good, the tread is still thick. However, let's say if the tires are old already, the tires performance is severely degraded. Let's say for the best example I will give you will be the Paul Walker accident, where you know he famously crashed and died in the Carrera GT with his friend driving the car. So that Carrera GT, when they crashed, was roughly about 9 years old, and the tires on those cars were also the original tires, which is around 9 years old as well. So this car, again, I'm just speculating because I do not know the actual tires condition and also the tire age. Also possible that the tires on this car were old tires. So if you look back at the previous post, it's saying that this car is actually a 400 horsepower, which I assume is 400 wheel horsepower because the previous owner might have really dynoed to know that figure. So imagine you have a 400 wheel horsepower sent to the back. Those tires will not be able to take it because it's old already. So hence, these tires will actually give way and break traction, and when you break traction, you lose the rear end, it fishtails, and of course you can't control, you smash into the tree. So that is the first possibility. So moving on to the next picture, you can see that this picture actually sort of indicates that possibly the road is wet. So I'm not sure again, because it could be reflection of the window, because this person was taking the picture from inside the car, so hence the reflection of the window makes it look wet. However, what you can see is that the side of the roads, there's actually some black spots. So again, there could be water, or another possibility could be oil. So oil, even though on the dry road, is actually very dangerous. A lot of people don't know that. So this oil could be dropped off by various reasons, which I won't go into deep dive. So however, you will see the black patch of oil there. Even though it's on a dry road, you can actually lose traction, especially when you floor the car at the maximum torque or maximum horsepower. It actually breaks the traction. So the road condition also will play a part. The third and final possibility I can think of is that the driver is not familiar with the car. So again, I'm not going to comment on his skills because I do not know him. I can't see how he's driven before. But if you get caught off guard in a car which you're not familiar with, shit can happen and will happen. So imagine this car is actually a converted RB26 DTT. So these are old school engines where back in the late 90s, the early 90s, where turbo technology is not as advanced as today. So this didn't come with VTG. So imagine your maximum boost pressure actually comes pretty late, and at the same time it comes like a sledgehammer. So when it comes, it just hits, and imagine it's 400 wheel horsepower. So definitely he might be not used to this. So imagine you've been driving your usual GTIs, the newer GTIs, the newer turbocharged cars, A45s. This power delivery is very different from the old school cars. So once it hits, of course, no matter how skillful the driver is, if it's caught off guard with that amount of power, definitely he will not be able to react, and when let's say he can't react, he will lose control of the car. So that is a very bad thing. So those are my thoughts on why this car actually crashed in the tree that we saw in those pictures. However, there's one good part that I would like to note is that you can see the white powder around the car. So that is actually very good because it shows that they actually have a fire extinguisher handy in the car to prevent any further damage or any explosions to the car due to the fire. So this is a must-have, I think, in any cars. Alright, so those are my thoughts on why this car crashed. So of course, if you have more thoughts or more ideas, please feel free to share in the comment section below. And that's all for today. Alright, I'll catch you guys in the next video and stay safe.